Good morning, good morning. It is time for behavior management part 2. Today I'm going to be talking specifically about love and logic. Part 3 will be about the tickets and the jobs that I have in my classroom. Alright, so love and logic. I'm going to be looking up here because I have my poster, which looks like this. I have this up in my classroom to just remind myself of the things that I need to be doing. A huge thing about love and logic is not, sticker charts and, clips and all these things. It's about changing your mindset and about changing your voice and how you talk to the kids. So some of the tips that I use in my classroom that I just remind myself every day. Number one, always start with empathy. If you use an empathetic response, it opens the heart and it opens the mind. Okay, imagine when you go home and you have a bad day with your spouse or you're talking to a friend and you go, man, I had a bad day, and they immediately start telling you what you should do to fix it, or they immediately tell you about what you did wrong. Are you going to be inclined to talk to them? Are you going to be inclined to want to listen to their opinion? No. But if they go, oh man, I'm so sorry, that sucks that you had such a bad day, they're immediately going to open and listen to you. So with your kids, when they're having issues, if you immediately start with, oh man, that's a bummer, or oh man, and just give them some empathy, it opens the lines of communication. Number two, describe what you will do. Focus on the things that you will do as a teacher. For example, we're about to go to recess. I'm not going to say, you better be quiet or we're not going outside. Negative. I say, I'd be glad to go outside when the class is quiet. Or I'd be glad to go outside when my line is straight and calm. I will tell them what I will do when they follow what it looks and sounds like. Number three, focus on what you can control. Okay, I cannot control one of my children in my classroom's attitudes. Okay, so I'm not going to focus on, you better have a smile on your face, or you better be happy about this. I can't control that. It's not my responsibility to force them to do things I can't control. I focus on things that I can control. I can control when we leave the room. I can control how much fun we have in the day. I can control how many tickets I pay. I can control all those things. So focus on things you control, not what the child can control. Number four, focus on whose problem it is. If it's a problem with just the child, stay out of it. If it doesn't affect other kids and it doesn't affect you, it's not your business. If the kid is grumpy but they are not lashing out, it's not your responsibility to fix that. I have grumpy days and I don't want to be messed with. I don't want to be told to put a smile on my face. So focus on things you can control. Number five, this is the most important one, choices. Overload your class with choices. So we think about it like a bank. When you are putting choices into this bank, you're giving children control. When you have to take control, if their bank account is full, they are not going to fight you on it. They're not going to throw fits. They're not going to go crazy. If their bank account is empty, they will steal control from you, which means they're going to make you mad. They're going to get defiant. They're not going to follow directions because some kids have a bank account of control that is empty. So if you focus on giving them control, you're building that bank account, and then sometimes when you have to be in charge and be in control, they'll understand because their bank account is full. Number six, let empathy and consequences do the teaching, right? We talked about this on our last video. Empathy starts the dialogue, and then natural consequences teach that child about their behavior and what they need to change. If I am the one that is the consequence, if I am the source of pain, there's no learning done. Another huge one, don't rub it in. Okay? If you've used empathy, if you've used natural consequences, you're on a roll, you're doing awesome, and then you just can't contain yourself, and you tell the kids you told them so, or you shouldn't have done that, immediately it becomes my fault again. When I was a kid and I burned my finger on a car lighter, all my dad did was give me empathy and then fix my pain. He didn't rub it in. He didn't say, I told you so. He didn't make me feel bad about the situation. I felt bad enough because my finger was on fire. Okay, I learned that lesson because it was about me and my pain, and I was thinking, oh man, I should have done that. But if my dad had said, see, I told you shouldn't have done that, immediately, yeah, you should have told me. It's his fault. And if it's someone else's fault, you're not going to learn the lesson. Here are some empathetic responses. Would you rather? Okay, great way to give choices. If I'm teaching and it's getting crazy, would you rather practice this a little bit so that we can get our behavior under control? Or would you rather come sit on the carpet and be responsible? Okay, that's kind of one of those control choices. Or would you rather clean up in 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Okay, in actuality, I'm thinking, okay, we have 10 minutes left, but I'm giving them that choice because I'm helping them fill their bank of choices. Feel free to, okay? Feel free to come sit on the carpet when you're ready to get paid. Or feel free to line up if you'd like to go to recess. I'd be glad to blank when you blank. So, I'd be glad to go to recess when you're lined up calmly. Oh man, what are you gonna do? That's my favorite one. So when a kid comes to me with a problem, my immediate response is, oh man, that's a bummer, what are you gonna do? I'm putting the control back in the child's lap. I'm hoping that they can talk through it, they can figure it out, because if they make that choice, it's gonna be a really important lesson in their life. Along the lines of what are you gonna do, if the child doesn't have ideas, if you phrase your choices with, well, would you like to hear what some other kids have tried? Again, this isn't my choices, I'm just showing you other kids' choices. I try to keep myself out of the situation as much as possible. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. That's the, I have no idea what I'm doing in this situation and I don't know how to have a consequence for this. I need some time to think. So don't worry, I'll take care of it. Then later, once I've had time to talk to someone or to brainstorm, then I can come back and give some consequences that are necessary. I'm gonna have to take care of that, but not right now. Try not to worry about it. Again, I'm giving myself time to think. And also, when you tell a kid not to worry about it, what do you think they're gonna do all day? They're gonna worry about it. And don't be afraid to have consequences go over to the next day. I guarantee you, if you told your class you were gonna give everybody stickers in the morning, what is the first thing that your kids would do when they walked in that classroom? Ask for tickets. So kids can remember things from the last day. So it's okay to give consequences the next day. All right, so that was a few of our Love and Logic tips and tricks. If you have any questions about Love and Logic, post those questions down below. One of the great books that I read that is really good is this Teaching with Love and Logic book right here. It is fantastic and it's full of really good tips and tricks. It's pretty thick, but if you can get through it, man, will you become a better teacher. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed my quick teacher tips for the day. Have a great day.